Honda CBX was the first new vehicle I ever bought. The CBX 6-cylinder, 100 horsepower, 6 carburetors, 24 valves, which just seemed unbelievable back in the day. And I was so excited about this vehicle, I couldn't sleep. I still have the issue of Cycle World magazine with it on the cover. It was the world's fastest production motorcycle at the time. This is kind of what they look like with no clothes on. Very complicated engine, very sophisticated. God, look at these 6 carburetors. You know, back in 1978, 79, this was just unbelievable, the 6-cylinder motorcycle. It still is pretty incredible. And just a wonderful, wonderful engine. But the other thing I like about this bike was it's probably Honda's first big mistake. And I say that affectionately because it, much like the Hemi Barracuda and the Hemi Coronets, the legend of the motorcycle was much bigger than the actual sales or production. They didn't sell very many Hemi Cudas or Hemi Challengers, but that was the engine that everybody liked. And the same thing with this. They didn't really sell many of these, but there's nothing like this 6-cylinder engine. You know, you either get it or you don't, you know. There are so many CBX websites out there now. This bike has become like a Japanese version of the Vincent Black Shadow almost. It's the motorcycle that really put Honda on the map. You know, when Mike Hillwood won the Isle of Man, I think it was what, 300 cc. First it was 247 cc's, and it was 297. That 6-cylinder, 250. That's what this was based on. And that was one of the most amazing motorcycles of all time with the greatest sound. In fact, when this bike first came out, the sound of the muffler was so much like an F-15 fighter jet. They thought, oh, it's a little creepy, it might scare people, so they kind of altered it to sound more like a traditional motorcycle. But well, let's take it for a ride and see what you think.
Can't believe I've been riding this bike for 32 years. You know, 30 years later, I'm still amazed at how smooth this bike is. And air cooling is almost a novelty now. You know, so many bikes are water cooled. Your valves look like golf tees. Pull like
ja, av någon förekommande anledning så har Tord alltid blivit på People's Choice där uppe. Jag förstår inte det. Eller det